I've only ever known my dad with this giant strap of a beard on his.
That's how I was when my dad shaved his face.
Yeah,
I was like, who is this person?
Yeah,
that's why
I freak out the kids every time I do.
Yeah,
like even like just trimming it up.
I mean, you're just scary in general.
All of them.
You're Fallon's 10.
Yeah, I know she is,
and she's still.
But I trim when I go from like I haven't shaved in a while.
You have a really
down.
Well, you have
she's just like
you have a weird face under there.
You did, yeah. I know.
It's a little odd.
It's very weird. It's very weird face. Yeah.
When I first cut my hair with Parker, Jamie held him in like so he could watch.
Yeah.
So I like showed him the buzzer, and I buzzed. And then, so then he wasn't as scared to when I buzzed his head.
That makes sense.
But I didn't realize the first time we cut his hair, he was like 6 months old. And so he was like, just kind of sitting there, didn't know what was going on. I just cut his hair like a week ago. Again, he's almost a year old now.
Probably freaked out.
No, he didn't freak out, but he just wanted to touch he's like, I want to touch that. I'm like, dude. He's like, I want to touch all. And he's like doing this.
Yeah.
Like trying to follow it. I'm like, dude, just keep your head still. I'm going to cut your ears off.
No. Yeah. That's how you're supposed to move.
You're supposed to cut your child's ear off?
No. Just like when somebody's
making my way downtown.
That's the way I did it. When Harry cut my hair, that's what I did.
I want to get one of those.
That's how I got a lightning bolt.
One of those lightning bolt. All right, just move correctly.
Just let you move around.
Like the pit bull, scalp shaver.
Scalp shaver. Just hold it there and let him move.
Every one of those commercials.
It's a worldwide.
All right, guys. Welcome to the Legion of Comic Correction.
We
talk all things comic books. We're back.
Here? They're here with us?
They're here.
Oh,
I know.
okay.
We've been talking down here in the basement for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months. And
we've been talking this
we
whole
just
time.
forgot to record.
We forgot to put the camera on.
Yeah. We forgot to push record.
Yep.
So he almost forgot again. Today we're talking about just comic news. We're talking about some good old-fashioned comic news. We go over some of the stuff that's going on because we're kind of at a lull here in the release.
Everything's trash.
Everything is garbage.
Well, I'm talking about more.
Burn it all to the ground.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: we missed. We're going to own this. We missed the chance to see Borderlands in theaters. We missed that dumpster fire, but we're going to watch it.
We got to get back to it.
Well, it's coming. It's dropping on streaming soon.
Guess who's back
already?
It hasn't already. It
probably
already
wasn't
has.
in theaters.
Legion's back.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Man, it was.
Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
It trashed so bad. It was bad.
We need to have
we missed that. We missed that.
You and I climbing up the side of Batman and Robin.
You're laying on.
We've created a podcast. Nobody wants to listen to us, but it's okay because.
Yeah, well, that's okay. We've known nobody.
Really Are we doing a remix?
Remix.
So anyways,
this is how bad the comic book industry is right now with movies. We have to do an Eminem Slim Shady remix.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in fairness, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Nope, it's all trash. Don't let Greg's.
Optimism.
No, because Deadpool and Wolverine were supposed to recreate.
Right. It did, well,
and it was a good one-off movie, but it's not recreating anything. It's not doing its job.
It didn't
do its job.
It didn't
do its job.
What they told us.
Don't let Greg talk. Don't let Greg talk. We'll just keep talking until he moves on.
Well, we've had some other.
Get it, Harry. Get it. I'm so big. I'm so
slow. I'm trying to move on.
All right, move on.
We've had some other not great stuff come out since, and we've had some okay stuff come out since. And so we're going to talk about some of that. We know Borderlands was trash. Yeah. We don't even have to see it. We could do an episode without even seeing it and just say, hey, it was trash. Because it was. But we will do an episode. We will actually do one eventually.
We will.
But today we're going to talk about just kind of the smatterings. Because it's going around. Like there's a lot of TV stuff coming out right now.
We're not doing Joker.
We're not going to do what?
Joker.
We're not going to do Joker.
Joker came out this weekend.
It did?
This Friday. Yesterday it came out.
I'm so out of the loop on that.
Or whenever.
Which is fine.
2 weeks from now.
Whenever I get to record this, time traveling. We're not gonna. We're talking about the kind of the stuff that's just kind of out there right now because there's a lot of TV shows.
There's a lot out there.
There's video games.
There's a lot out there.
And
we're watching stuff.
We'll talk about
we're looking at things, but we're just like really not happy with anything.
I got like 20% of a plan.
20% of a plan. That's more.
That's about as much plan we normally have.
That's right. Exactly right. All right, guys. So if you like comic podcasts, if you like podcasts about comic books and movies and TV shows and video games and all that stuff, like and subscribe. Hit that bell down below if you're on YouTube. If you're not, listen to us elsewhere because we're everywhere podcasts are played.
Do whatever you want.
That's true. It's a free country.
Well, you clearly are because you're not subscribing, and there's there's like 70% of our audience who's not subscribing.
It's a mess.
Right. It's a mess. If you want to support, though, in a little bit of a bigger way, we've got links in the description down below.
Yep.
We've got a link to the legionofcc.com, which is our website, where you can buy sweet merch like that.
I'm decked out.
Merched
You
out.
are decked out. We can do sweet merch
took my job.
like this.
You took my gerb.
And we can do sweet merch like that garbage hat over there.
That's an episode that could never be made today.
Garbage hat?
You took my gerb. Yeah. Pretty much anything South Park puts out.
You might have to just blur that.
South Park shouldn't even be existing now.
Oh no!
According to
South Park is in its own realm.
It's still going though, isn't it?
I think so.
Oh, it absolutely
Simpsons
is still going.
Yeah, right.
Simpsons
is ending.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it is.
This is the last season.
Yeah,
they announced it. If you guys
so it's the end of the world then.
Yeah.
They've predicted it properly. They've predicted everything else.
I bet their last episode they predicted
the end of the world. I hope so.
They're like, it's tomorrow, and you're like, crap.
Here it comes.
Hey, I don't have to go back into work now.
I shouldn't have TiVo'd The Simpsons. I'm gonna watch it late.
Dang it!
Watch it later. I recorded that.
I'll watch it later. If you guys want to support in an even bigger way, our Patreon link is down there too. You can go there. You can get extra stuff like behind the scenes, photos, and artwork.
You can take quizzes.
You can
grade paperwork.
Honestly,
we'll have you file taxes, shred some paper, maybe.
Yep.
Help us be a better. All the things it takes to be a better podcast. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Movie stuff in comic news. We just
Hotel Transylvania 3.
Yeah. That happened already.
That already happened.
That happened already.
4.
I think that happened already.
Dang, man, they're cracking these things out.
I think so.
Dude, are you kidding me? It's like Despicable Me 13
Oh, my word.
and
I've
heard those have stood the test of time pretty well.
Despicable Me has
Despicable
held
Me's
up.
funny.
It's held up.
It's Steve Carell.
We're not doing this right now. We're not doing this.
Steve Carell and Kristen Wiig. Is it Kristen Wiig?
I don't know.
Is that his love?
Too many children.
Actor
Too many
people.
children. Too many children.
All right.
What is going on in my head right
Deadpool and Wolverine was kind of supposed to be this kickoff to the end of the phase.
Yeah, he called himself the Marvel Messiah, and then he wasn't.
Well, and
he said Marvel Jesus.
Marvel Jesus.
Same thing.
Sorry.
Same, but different.
Same.
We're hoping that he does play a part in Secret
to.
Wars because we had that scene of him and Thor. But that being said, we got a lot of new stuff kind of revealed at Comic-Con, and I'll spit some of the stuff out that was kind of big.
Can I say, with that after credit scene,
go ahead.
I did see recently a literal walkthrough of 10 after credit scenes at this point that have
We've
zero chance of anything happening with them.
Yeah.
Basically every after credit scene since Endgame.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So the only one.
Do you have one? Because I can't think of one.
You mean that
actually produced?
Has done something?
Yes.
So the only one that has actually done something, and it's a crap one.
Oh God.
This is the only one that I can think of.
Yeah.
There might be more.
Doctor Strange.
I tried to rack my mind
because he left with what's her name?
Right. Yeah.
Into the dark dimension.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, the Dormammu's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. Her name is Clea. I couldn't remember her name.
Character.
She's a freaking huge character,
right?
And hopefully she will. So hope
there's several
in the
huge characters that were introduced, and then there's just nothing happening.
There are things like that. He's never going to happen. Kit Harington already said that.
I know,
but
it's
not going to happen.
Kit Harington.
There are things. Jon Snow knows nothing. There are things that could still happen. So like things like. And this is not the one I'm talking about.
What is the one that has produced?
Shang-Chi talking about.
That hasn't produced.
No, I'm not. I didn't say that.
I asked you a question.
Well,
I asked you a question.
That's right.
Dr. Strange.
Answer a question.
Answer it, Greg.
All right, here it is. The end, and you guys are going to love it.
Are you going to answer it?
You were asleep. The end of Black Widow. So the end of Black Widow.
You're the end of Black Widow.
The end of Black Widow is Yelena getting information about going after Hawkeye, and then she does in the Hawkeye series. She goes after Hawkeye, and she goes after Kate Bishop.
Not a good
one. I didn't say it was, but that's the
right.
only one I
Let's
can
go
think
to the
of
movies.
That something happened that actually was.
I don't like that you're right, but you're right.
That's it. And you know what? But what's nice? It's also paying off again. That same one. Because Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
They just released the trailer for Thunderbolts. You see the trailer?
I did see the trailer.
It's freaking awesome. Yeah. The trailer looks great.
Thunderbolts looks good.
It's going to be okay.
I'm hopeful
I'm tempering
for
because here's the deal. Thunderbolts and Captain America Brave New World, both look like they're going to be quality Marvel movies, and they're going back to what we love about Marvel movies, and hopefully they do.
I'm really interested in how they're going to do it. I truthfully am. Like, I'm genuinely interested on these because Thunderbolts is at least a team up, which is cool and will be fun. And there's a lot of characters there that we really like and are complicated. So I think that's fun.
And Bucky is freaking Bucky. Just having Bucky and Red Guardian in the same room together is going to be like the best thing in the world.
I want them to fight.
I hope.
I hope there's some sort of like trigger that he looks at Red Guardian and he gets triggered and then immediately fights him. Like, I don't know what it is.
I'm sure they fought during the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars.
The Cold War.
This is our crossover into the Clone Wars, the Star Wars universe right here.
Well, while Harry's looking up those stingers, the big shift we now have in the MCU, which is what we're kind of looking at in these new movies that are coming out, the big shift is the official announcement of the new big bad for this phase. So they've officially left Jonathan Majors, obviously, but they've also officially left Kang behind. To what extent?
I never really liked Jonathan Majors.
To what? Did you ever burn those like groupie shirts you had of him?
Holy cow! My gosh, I've never been so far wrong.
Hey, man,
in my life,
we can only ever see what they present to us.
Jeez.
But anyway, so they've changed. So we don't know what the extent Kang has been shifted out. I'm hoping.
I really hope somebody kills him.
I'm hoping.
I hope there's an actual
conclusion. So snaps his neck.
He's just not gone.
Just like somebody. I don't know.
Here's what I'm afraid of. Here's my fear.
Yeah,
tell
me.
It's been 5 years.
Yeah,
they're not going to do anything.
Right.
It's been 5 years.
Been 5 years
since Quantumania.
No.
All
from
these
Endgame
have been happening.
Oh, you're right.
Here's my fear.
That build. Yeah. So that is a telling thing right there. I didn't think about that. 5 years is half the original DC universe, or DC. Sweet Lord.
Sir.
MCU launch. Yeah. 5 years is half.
Yep. And look how much they got done in those 5 years. So here's my fear about Kang. Here's my fear about Kang. The majority of the fans, most likely.
You didn't even have any protein. Get out of here.
He gave me a Chick-fil-A burrito breakfast on the way up. It was
that's on you. This blood is on your hands.
It's on your hands.
Blood's on your hands, sir.
I own that.
I would say the majority of the people who are like going to produce tickets for the theaters are not as heavily invested as we are at watching the Marvel TV shows, right? To be like connected.
TV shows.
So here's the thing. Kang has only ever appeared in Ant-Man Quantumania. That's it. He's only ever been there.
And he was sucked into
he was killed.
Hole.
He was quote unquote killed. We obviously theorized, and most likely what they were going to do was that he was just put into a different dimension, or he was whatever, and he was going to come back.
Yeah.
The stinger was the Council of Kangs. But really, that's not.
They haven't followed through on a single stinger to this point.
At this point, it's not.
That was a big stinger, though.
100%.
That was a huge stinger.
Which stinger? The Council of Kangs, seeing all the Kangs. But here's the thing: if they come in and they're like, Doom is the one behind all of this, 99% of the people are going to be like, oh, cool. And they're not even going to remember Kang, because Kang was going to be a one-off villain to them. We have 2 seasons of Loki with him, and that's a lot. And that was where the meat of him was.
Yeah.
And we loved the development of that character in Loki.
Yeah.
And so it's going to hurt us a lot. But I'd say the vast majority of fans are just going to remember him as a one-off in Ant-Man.
I really... Because I know you're going to talk about this, but I want to hear before you talk, because I want to get Harry's perspective. Harry, what is your perspective on RDJ as
Doom? That's the big news. Before we go any further,
because you've always loved RDJ, I want to hear.
We didn't even say the big news is they're shifting from Kang to Dr. Doom, and it has been revealed officially to be RDJ.
And I'm really conflicted. I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, tell us.
I mean, I think he's just going to be, a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Get out of here! I can't right now. I can't.
What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people? I was a saucier down in San Antonio. I could cook us up some collard greens.
Yes. This man can't have a better. You can't do better than that.
Response.
All right,
I've been holding that in for weeks.
I'm done.
He's done. Hey, what do you think, Look?
There's no better response. That man just...
Talking to your microphone.
just went ahead, called his shot.
Yep. Crack. Right home run. Yep. Home run.
People can hear me.
Get your microphone.
They can hear me. I don't need to speak directly.
I know, but you're all quiet. What's going to happen is they're going to turn it up to hear you, and then you're going to talk in the microphone and you're going to blow the eardrums out. Turn your volume back down. He's back on the volume. All right, what do you really think? I mean, other than that.
That was a great response.
That's great.
So
you don't have anything else.
Blown away.
It's true.
Blown away. And that wasn't even like a setup. We sometimes set up jokes.
That was not set up.
I didn't know we were talking about
that wasn't set up at all. That was phenomenal.
No, that movie's been quoted quite a bit at work. So I just it's been in the holster.
Well done.
Been in the holster.
What do I think about it? What's my opinion?
Yes,
do I think it's going to be good?
I don't want your professional. I want your hairy personal feeling around it.
Harry hot take.
I think it's sloppy.
Sloppy.
Fair enough.
I think it's sloppy. I think it's just like...
It's a really good response.
Yeah, agreed.
Recently, in comic in general, with DC, we saw it in Flash, with their big ticket movie that they put out, and we've seen it in Marvel recently, is that they are only surviving through fanfare and through...
right.
What's the other one?
Nostalgia,
but there's
callbacks.
Fan service. That's how they're surviving. That's how they're getting people in the door
right now.
They're not getting in through new content. They're not getting in through a whole buildup of different things. So they're using RDJ as Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is a very large and underwhelming currently and in the past character because it's just not been played well.
Right.
Well, not written correctly.
Not written correctly.
In the comics, he's one of the linchpin villains of Marvel.
Absolutely. But he's been written horribly in the past.
Top 5.
For sure.
In Marvel, yeah.
Top 5 in Marvel? Definitely.
So
they're
bringing it, they're bringing in the big guns as a character and also as an actor, but it's like, they're like, oh, still a mask, but a different one. And it's just like,
new mask, different task is what he's been saying all over.
I just think it's sloppy. I think it's sloppy. I think it's just not.
You think it's
good.
A money grab?
Yeah, I think it's for him. I think it's their biggest way to get money in the door.
He's doing it out of passion more than money.
I don't think he's doing it out of passion.
Oh, him?
Let Harry finish.
Yeah. Wait, are you saying was he?
I was saying, do you think RDJ just grabbed a money grab?
No,
he doesn't need any money.
No, I don't think he.
Well, nobody. Everybody who makes money doesn't actually then need money, but they do want it.
Sure.
Like it's like
I don't
think
it
goes away.
I don't think he's doing it for a money grab. I think he's doing it because he was labeled as the a-hole guy that was a good guy, but he just kind of did his own thing as Tony Stark does, but. I think he wants to play something different.
Yeah.
And he's been in a couple different movies I know recently. That's just
Oppenheimer,
kind of...
he was nominated for an Oscar for that, wasn't he?
I know he's doing some indie stuff too, apparently. But
there's a TV show he's doing where he plays like a CIA agent, and he's like 6 different people. He looks incredible in it.
Right. And so it's like he's doing all this different stuff.
It's because he is incredible.
Yeah, he's an incredible actor.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
He's an incredible actor.
I'm not going to... I will not, in any part of this, take away how amazing he is.
I want to say the one quote from Tropic Thunder, but I'm not.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
You never go. Never go.
No.
You know what it is.
Hold back.
Yeah. Anyway, so
okay.
I think it's sloppy. I think it's them just trying to do a cash grab for themselves to get people in once again.
Right.
I don't think that it's going to be as good as because he's going to be the primary.
He's going to be the
villain
primary
against the Fantastic Four.
No, they've already confirmed Fantastic Four movie is Galactus. We've seen
that's right, Galactus.
So
who's the? Don't
it's most likely. So
again,
he's most likely going to be. No, it does because it probably won't be Galactus. They fight. He'll probably bring someone with him. That's what I would assume.
Silver Surfer.
Right? And they did. They
doesn't make sense.
It's the girl server.
It's the girl server. Yeah,
Silver Surfer.
Sheila Ba, or whatever her name.
Who's only in a couple comics.
She's been she's not as much, but she does become a Herald of Galactus. It's not
she does,
inaccurate.
absolutely,
it's
but she's not.
Is what it is.
She's not as big as
he's coming. No, Norn. Well, we're hoping. There's a few people that have been kind of cast in Fantastic Four that we don't know who they're playing, and we're kind of hoping that one of them's Norrin Rad.
Just takes
both
mantle.
in there.
Yeah,
that they're both, or that they're both. They've both been served at the same time. Like if they can both be in there, that'd be fun.
Right.
But Dr. Doom is being brought in as the villain of Secret Wars.
Right.
And the new Avengers 6, which is not, it's called, what is it called? Doom something.
Doomsday.
Doomsday.
Yeah.
So he is now the main villain of that, not necessarily the Fantastic Four movie.
My thing is just, I don't know what or how they're going to do it. That makes sense. Well, and how they're going to be like, oh, it's the same guy who looks like Tony Stark.
Well, let's go through.
I've heard different theories.
Right, there's lots of different theories out there. Is there a way that they could do it where you would be happy?
There is a comic accurate way.
There is. There's one comic accurate way.
There's one comic accurate way.
And well, actually, there's two. There's technically two. I'll go over both. I can go over.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But what do you guys? Is there a way that you guys would feel? Like,
no. Yeah, comic accurate.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
All right.
Even if it's comic accurate.
So there's two
is him as Dr. Doom, or that's them bringing Dr. Doom in general?
So my right. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say my quick take on it is
Logan's hot take.
So they're scrambling to fix the problem.
Absolutely.
We have a major problem that was created by Jonathan Majors.
Right. They couldn't have foreseen,
and it's a PR nightmare.
Right.
Your boy Jonathan.
So how do you solve a PR nightmare?
If I remember correctly, you said, and I quote, "We are the same."
I think at one point you said.
No, I didn't say that.
I
did not say
that.
At one point, those words never came.
He's my boy.
At one point, you said he's probably a good guy. Is what you said.
Did I say that?
I think it's right here.
I really hope I didn't say that.
I don't remember.
Oh God! If
you said I think you said it. I quote. I agree and stand on everything that he does and says.
I did not say that.
Honestly, in fairness to Logan and to the rest of us, we were doing our best to give a gentleman the benefit of the doubt until the verdict was shown.
Right.
And when the verdict
he's innocent
was shown,
until proven guilty.
Right. And then when the
as
verdict
it should
was
be.
shown,
we are innocent until proven guilty.
And then he was proven guilty. So there it is.
I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and clearly he's.
What is your Logan hot take? Okay. What's your Logan hot take?
So my real hot take in this is when you have a PR nightmare, you have to go back to your bread and butter.
100%.
You have to
That's
go
what I was
back
gonna say as
to
well.
what is going to solve this PR nightmare as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Here's the thing. RDJ back in the day was not a
he was the PR nightmare.
Right? But he's turned his life around and has proven to be a proven commodity in the Marvel universe.
A reliable dude.
Let's be honest, he built Marvel.
He's the Godfather.
He's
the Godfather.
He's the reason Marvel has grown into what it has.
He is Iron Man.
From the actor side. And I believe he probably is sitting there the reason he took it, I believe, and I want to believe. So this is just what I want to believe is he's like, I don't want this to fall apart. We built this.
We built this together.
You're trying to say that he's trying to be the hero of...
By being the villain?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Oh, I like him even more.
So he can't let his child die. That's what you're saying.
He can't let it die. He can't let it continue.
They pretty much had a button in the corner we got to hit it, and it just pops up.
Yeah. This is
RDJ just out of the ground.
Right.
RDJ
is he on ice?
He pulls the statue head back and the phone.
It's a statue head of RDJ. It's just like...
break the glass in case of emergency.
Yeah. Right.
That's who he is.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely is.
He is. Yeah. So they just went full send on, we're in an emergency, break the glass.
They were like, maybe we'll try this. And someone's just like, we're going RDJ.
Yeah. Somebody literally was
DEFCON 5.
Do it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it anymore.
Right.
I'm not messing around anymore. Bring RDJ
Who do you think that person was?
Big Kev.
Kev.
Oh, yeah.
Big Kev, man.
It was 100% Big Kev.
Oh, well, and that's
Big Kev is in a panic. He's tried too many different things.
To fix it,
and he's
not working.
You know what? RDJ. And so RDJ, he probably was like, I need you to come in and help us get back on track.
Hey man, remember when you built this universe for us?
And we messed it up the second you left? You know how you left and we just messed everything up?
And
I need
85% of the movies after he died were bad.
Right. And so I want to believe that's why RDJ is doing it. I don't want it to believe it's a cash grab.
I would agree.
I want to believe that's the case.
I think he loves the source material.
But I don't believe there is a way it can be done right. Well, I don't.
Gotcha.
I don't. And I know that there is a comic accurate way. It is a minor comic accurate way. And
very unknown.
Very unknown.
Comic accurate way.
And so will he act amazing and put his heart and soul into it? Yes. Yeah. Will he get some people to buy back in because of that? Yes.
Probably me.
But will it be good? Good in the sense of right?
Right.
I don't think so.
Right. Will it just feel a little dirty?
And I think there's a lot of high quality actors who have not been utilized, who were missed, who could have filled the Dr. Doom role so well.
Cillian Murphy much?
Yeah. I love.
We talked about Cillian Murphy for a while to be Dr. Doom.
But whatever.
He'd be great.
I think this was their break the glass in case of emergency move.
What's that guy from? Hi, Mark.
Oh, that's James Franco.
No, the
actual guy.
Oh, the actual guy.
The actual man's name.
Oh, I don't know.
What is that?
I don't know.
My goodness, what's his name? Oh, hi, Mark.
No, I don't know.
What is the movie called?
Oh my word.
Rose or
no.
The Room? No,
The Room. That's it. You're exactly right.
The Room?
It's got to be. Yeah, it's The Room.
That's right.
That dude.
Check it out.
That
Check
dude
it
should
out.
play Dr. Doom, right? He'd be great.
Yeah,
Have you seen his audition for the Joker?
No.
Oh my word! After this, I have to show you that. He reads lines from the Dark Knight.
Did you see
in full costume and makeup? And
did you see recently?
Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau.
Oh my god!
Did you see? This is way down a rabbit hole.
Down a tangent. It's okay.
But did you see Nick Cage playing a serial killer?
Yes.
What is this?
Yeah.
He's like long legs.
Yes. Yeah.
Long legs.
Long legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looked
freaky on the red carpet. Did you actually see the movie?
No, I haven't seen the movie, but
Yeah.
I watched the trailer.
Yeah. The
freaky. Most chills.
I think
I was like, this is actually disturbing.
There was like
this
a story.
Is extremely disturbing.
I think he made one of the actresses cry when he like appeared on set the first time because he was just already in character. Like, she got like freaked out.
He said, "I'm never going to play a serial killer again, and there's probably going to be a bunch of calls for me to play serial killers."
Right.
Sorry.
Well, we'll wrap it back in there.
Yeah,
excited to see him as.
I would have loved Nick Cage.
No, as Spider-Man Noir. He's playing Spider-Man Noir.
Well, yeah, but I also would have loved Nick Cage as Dr. Doom. That's how I pulled that back in there. Nick Cage is anything,
right? He could be. I could see him as a Dr. Doom.
He could play Doom.
All right, so So I agree with you guys. I think this is. I agree. It's sloppy. I think it's a
emergency
panic move. Yeah. I would put it.
They kind of are here.
Yeah,
I
would put it a step further.
Yeah,
in that when Big Kev,
such a bad move.
When Big Kev,
hi Greg,
got scared. Hi RDJ. When Big Kev got scared, not only did he grab RDJ, but he went and grabbed the Russo brothers to direct.
Right, he's like, okay, we're gonna go back.
Right, and the Russo brothers,
going back to
the Russo brothers after Endgame were like, we're not doing a comic movie again. We're just not gonna do it. And Big Kev with his big money in his big studio was like, yes, you are. Like, come on back.
We need your help.
And like, granted, they have made probably the best MCU movies.
Yeah.
Like, they made Winter Soldier. They made, Endgame, Infinity War. Like, they're incredible directors. And so they're pulling the big guns to make this work. But it does feel like a panic move. And it does feel like it's just going to be kind of feeling dirty every time we watch it. It's like, that shouldn't, why is he there? But here we go. Two ways.
You need
to
hit
ways,
the actual
comic ways that we could actually have this work according to the comics. The first way is super, super, super obscure, what you're talking about.
Yep.
There is a what if storyline where Dr. Doom, Victor Von Doom, switches mind bodies with Tony Stark in order to gain Tony Stark's fortune to build up his Doom army and castle and everything. And so he switches with Tony. Tony then becomes Victor, and Victor becomes Tony. Victor still goes by Victor in his like private life, but he looks like Tony. He uses Tony's resources. He actually ends up getting like red armor instead of the silver armor because he's got like the Tony Stark vibe to him.
Yeah.
And he becomes Dr. Doom, but he's Tony. Like he is Tony. And then since Dr. Doom is most likely coming from the Fantastic Four universe, which means he's coming from a different universe in our universe, because we've already been told the Fantastic Four takes place in an alternate MCU universe, not our 616 universe.
Yeah.
So in that universe, it could be that Victor Von Doom used his magic to transfer his mind and exchange with Tony Stark, get his fortune, and build up his empire as Dr. Doom, looking like Tony Stark. And then that would explain when he shows up looking like Tony Stark, and everyone's like, oh, you're Tony. And he's like, who's Tony? No, I'm not. I'm Victor. So that is an actual comic book with actual playouts that they could do. It's in a different universe, so it could happen, and it could, because we talked about, like, there's no way they're not going to, like, end up in Secret Wars, and his mask's going to get popped off, and Thor's going to be like, Tony? Or Spider-Man's going to be like, Tony?
Right.
Like, Dad?
Yeah,
and he's going to be like, who the heck are you? Or he's
and then punch him in the face.
He's going to pull a Bucky and be like, who the heck is Tony?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like,
and that is the end of the Spider-Man universe.
well, as long as they introduce Miles first. But anyway,
fair.
That's a good way for them to have their cake and eat it too, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But I think it would feel cheap, even though it is paying homage.
It wouldn't just feel
to
cheap.
A comic book.
It would it would also be really confusing and elaborate and unnecessary.
Yeah. Agreed.
And I think the Fairweather fans would just be like, what is going on?
Yeah, wait,
like,
how?
why?
But
why?
That's the question is why.
Right.
The question is why.
The why is because we want RDJ.
Because we want RDJ.
right.
Give us what we want.
I mean, they had a whole friggin' mass of people cheering for it at Comic-Con when he unveiled his mask.
But it was an unnecessarily complicated storyline of what you just explained to just bring RDJ back in instead of just introducing a new Doom who you can count on to not be a PR nightmare.
And you can't do that. I mean, you always run the risk. But what they really, if they were going to go down this route, what I would hope they would do is have a couple Fantastic Four movies where we get to know Victor,
right?
And then Victor is like in a state where he needs money, and we know that Tony Stark is alive in that universe, and he switches. Give us some meat so that we can actually understand the switch. Instead of just being like, hey, why does your Victor look like Tony? Oh, because in our universe, he took over Tony Stark's body. Oh. Okay.
And now we explained it.
I was going to say,
now we move on.
They could do that really clunky exposition where when the whole multiversal battle happens, they go in there and they're like, why is and then Fantastic Four Reed Richards is like, oh, in our universe, Tony Stark was taken over by, and then that would explain it, but it would be really annoying and really confusing and really kind of dumb.
Yeah, but you know what? One way. The only thing with that, so the only comparison they have to that is in, so it's in Iron Man 2 when Don Cheadle took over for Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Now remember what happened there.
Yeah.
He came in to the courtroom when Tony was testifying in front of the senator panels.
As a joke. Yeah.
And they played it as a joke of he came down and he's like, what are you doing here? And he was like, listen, it's me. I'm here. Get over it.
Right.
And that was
they
it.
Could do it, and they could do it like that.
No.
Victor.
He does. Terrence Howard had one movie.
Right. Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that with Tony Stark.
You can't do that.
Right.
You can't do what you just described.
No, I'm saying they could just be terrible.
Terrence Howard had one movie.
And it's also Terrence Howard.
RDJ has had an entire universe.
You couldn't even do that now with Don Cheadle.
No, you couldn't. Don Cheadle is forever War Machine.
Right.
Yeah. And
so you're
I like Terrence Howard.
He was.
I kind of like him better than Don Cheadle.
He wasn't a bad actor.
Don Cheadle was already a superhero. Okay.
They're doing something. Yeah. Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
They're doing something similar.
All trees.
You're a mother.
Finally did it.
They are doing something similar with Thaddeus Ross. With Harrison Ford playing him.
He's like, I'm not used to you without your mustache.
Well, he walks in and he goes, wow, I'm not used to the change. And he goes, yeah, they said keep the stash and lose the election.
Yeah.
And so he lost the stash. So that was like their joke is why it's Harrison Ford and not.
And they can do that.
Small part.
Well, William Hurt's been in like 4 movies, but he was never a big
He was
character.
never a big
But he died.
Incredible. But the actor died.
In the one movie, he was...
Incredible Hulk, he was the main Thaddeus Ross.
You're right, but in the one movie, but that's again the Incredible
He was a lot
Hulk
in Civil War.
He was a lot in Civil War. Civil War, he was big.
Took over for him.
Yeah.
And then the one movie, he was just a hologram.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't count for
Endgame or Infinity War. Or
Infinity War. He just came in as a hologram. And he's like, what are you doing? And then he was like, pop, turned it off.
Oh, spider. He's right there.
Get him.
Bite me. I want to be Spider-Man. No, I'm not going to do it. Not on the air.
Well, then do something.
Well, he's not hurting anybody.
Maybe you got it.
Yeah, I could have gotten some of the venom in me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
In the last second.
All right, that's one way.
Okay, what's the other way you're thinking?
Just killed him.
I'm jacked.
I'm so swole.
I'm so swole, guys.
My hands are sticky.
Anyway, so that's one way.
Yeah, what else are you thinking?
The second way is the best way. It's the way that needs to happen. And it's the way that I don't...
Well, that's definitely not happening.
Yep, not going to happen.
But go ahead.
Now that you've set it up, it's definitely not going to happen.
I don't think they're going to do it. But if they do, hats off entirely, and I would re-hug Big Kev. I'd probably still hug him now, but I'd hug him twice.
I think I'd fight him in the street. I think he's that fight in the street level.
Really?
I think Big Kev's that fight in the street level.
Josh Wheaton.
Or no, that's
Zack Snyder.
All right. the way that they could do it, and again, you're gonna let me finish because you're not gonna like it.
Just go now.
Horribly disfigure RDJ's face because Dr. Doom is horribly disfigured,
right?
And let him just go through on his acting chops and just be a freaking incredible Dr. Doom and act his way through it and be like, because he's done it. I mean, Oppenheimer, he barely looked like him. This new show that he's doing, there's multiple personalities of him that he doesn't look like him.
There was a movie where he didn't really look like himself.
Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder, I think it was called.
It took place in some Asian continent.
Yeah.
Just put a whole bunch of prosthetics on.
What did he play in that movie?
A dude
playing
a dude disguised as another dude.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yep. That's right.
No, just scar him completely up.
Yeah.
And
like
let
family
him,
opera,
right.
To the face.
Just completely screwed up, and let him just always be Victor, and let him just be Victor. And now, so he has said, like Tony, Robert Downey has said, I'm playing the.
Why'd you repeat yourself?
I'm playing the version of Victor Von Doom. Like I'm playing Victor. He's not saying I'm playing, like he's the character he's playing is going to go by Victor.
It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be Doom. So just make it Doom. Scar him up, or don't show him.
Well, the problem is
whatever.
It is Doom.
That's what I mean. But like, just make him Doom.
No, it is.
What do you mean?
It's doomed.
You think it's doomed?
Oh.
We'll see. Heyo.
I deserve that.
I mean, a little bit.
I deserve that.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I deserve that one. Come on now.
So that's
doomed.
That's the other way. That's the other way they could do it. If
now they could do that.
If they did it that way,
it's really the only plausible way.
I would be okay with it. I think I would be okay. I mean, yes, I would rather have somebody new.
He's going to sound like Iron Man. He's going to sound like Tony.
So he could do, and this could be
British accent.
This could be a disaster. He could do an accent. He could do. I mean, he did a little bit one for Sherlock. Didn't he? Didn't he have an accent in Sherlock?
A little bit, yeah.
They could do, he's got the money, and he's got the time, and he's got the chops. He could get a dialect coach, and he could be really good at that.
He has the ability to do it, for sure.
Well, some guys, no matter how good they are, it's like, they can only ever do that voice.
Sean Connery was definitely a Russian sea captain. One ping only.
But Sarah, were you adopted? Anyway, they could do it, and that would work. That's the only way.
Sean Connery's definitely
if Sean Connery wasn't dead,
in Highlander, he was a Spaniard.
Yeah, he was.
I'm from Spain.
I'm so glad.
I love all the wildflowers.
I'm so glad he didn't take the role of Morpheus or Gandalf.
He
was offered both of them.
Yeah,
Gandalf, he would have been fine.
He was also offered Dumbledore.
Well, that's true.
The
man has too many interviews where he said, I think a woman needs to get slapped around a little bit.
He does have a few of those.
And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, when their mouth are off.
He's like,
sometimes they need a little slop. But I'm like, oh my gosh.
You watch some of those early
old Bond movies? Oh my goodness. All right, so that's what's happening in the MCU. But we're probably not going to see a lot of that in the near future. We've got Thunderbolts and we've got Captain America coming
It's 2026, May 2026.
Right. And
far.
Fantastic Four
but
Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, and Captain America come out next year.
Okay.
So Avengers Doomsday.
That's a good
Blade.
That's a good lineup.
It's a good run.
I'm a good excited lineup.
There's 4 movies coming out next year.
Oh, you're so excited you're playing footsie with me?
I'm so excited.
I'm not okay with this.
I can reach you too.
Okay.
Right. So the earliest we could possibly see RDJ would be in the Fantastic Four movie.
What a dumb name, Fantastic Four.
First steps. RDJ?
What kind of dumb name does he go by, RDJ?
So
what kind of dumb name is Robert Downey Jr. that also has an amazing acronym of RDJ? What kind of loser?
He's probably loser. So First Steps is probably a double entendre. 1 for their space mission, which gives them powers, and 2 for
I understand.
Sue and Reed's kiddos.
It's just stupid.
What I would guess is that they're going to fast forward through the origin, and we're gonna wake up with them having the kids.
I'm also not excited that Pedro Pascal's in it. I'm just saying it. I'm just gonna be that guy.
He is an
I love him
choice.
in a lot of the different things.
Right.
But this is just like
he is an odd choice for Reed Richards. Dude.
Last of Us, Mandalorian, great,
fantastic.
Huh?
But not Fantastic Four.
So we'll see.
Give yourself.
No.
Take it.
I have a high standard.
He's a high bar.
High bar.
It's a fantastically high bar.
That wasn't even for a low bar. That didn't even make the low bar. Sweet Lord.
That was a scrape along the floor.
Yeah. It's more like a crowbar.
I am slightly reserving my judgment because even though Marvel movies have not been good recently, their casting has still been good. And so if it's written well, maybe the casting will still be good.
You're talking about like the past movies we just watched? I'm glad they brought Wolverine in with Hugh Jackman.
They brought Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Yeah,
great.
What do you mean? Like what other one?
Like, thinking like
so obviously not Deadpool Wolverine.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
No. I'm saying just in this phase, even though this phase has been horrible.
So the Marvels,
the casting. Well, I would say that Teyonah Parris. I like her as Photon. I think she's a great cast.
Yeah, she's the only redeeming factor.
And I think Imani, the young lady who plays Miss Marvel, I think she's perfectly accurate. Great casting for Miss Marvel. They were not written great. I would say Simu Liu is a wonderful cast for Shang-Chi, and that was actually a good movie.
The casting for that cat in the Marvels was just on point.
Yeah, for what was his name? It wasn't Chewie. It was Goose because for some reason they didn't use the actual comic name Chewie.
Goose was phenomenal
anyway,
casting.
So I want to see. I like Vanessa Kirby. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I can't use that word. It's gonna be great as Sue Storm. And then the guy who plays Ben Grimm, I think is gonna be really good.
Aren't they prostheticing him up?
Oh yeah, he's got a full practical outfit.
Yeah,
freaking awesome. And the best part is that when they sat him down for an interview, they asked him how he was preparing for the role. He said, "Well, every morning I sit up and just look at piles of rocks to get myself ready for it." It's
well done,
dude. This is great. So I'm hoping that it just. But it's hard to see Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards.
We should put this out on the voting.
Yeah.
Do we think
it's
what does he say? It's something time. What does he say?
Morphin' time?
No,
clobbering time.
It's clobbering time. I almost said pulverizing time. That's not it.
That's wrong.
Better, but wrong.
Clobbering time.
It's clobbering time. Yeah. Do we think he's going to say this?
100%.
Oh, he will.
He will say it.
They're going for campy.
We have RDJ back.
And they're going for campy
Fair
60s.
They're going to also fan service clobbering time.
It's 60s, 70s time period, too. It's going to be great.
I am glad they're doing that.
Yeah, me too.
But
other universe, not so happy about.
Yeah, whatever.
But they couldn't. I
just can't anymore.
That unfortunately was a shot in the foot. They couldn't do anything about that because the Fantastic Four has always been publicly, visible.
Right. There was never a vigilante.
And they didn't have the rights to them. So it's like they can't just say they existed since the 60s. And
right.
We didn't know about them.
Why? They were in Chicago. We didn't know.
Nobody goes to Chicago.
Nobody wants to go to Chicago.
Dish in New York.
We got plenty good pizza here.
Hey. Yeah. Anyway, so that's coming out. We got what do you guys think about Captain America and Thunderbolts and those two?
I'm excited for them.
Yeah.
I'm.
Here we go.
I don't know. I don't have a good word to describe it.
You see the Thunderbolts?
I'm optimistic, but I don't have high expectations.
Good. That's good. Me too. I think I'm in the same boat.
Perfect description.
That's the best description. That's where we should.
Right. I didn't have a singular word.
I don't think I'm optimistic.
I think it's going to be. It's a good action movie.
I think
which I'm fine with.
I think maybe they've lowered my bar so much.
It's going to be good.
That
I want to know how many times one of us has made that statement in this.
Along with the Marvel, the Marvel universe. Yeah.
I don't know.
Studio production we've had.
We've lowered quite a bit.
Our bar has been lowered so bad. Well,
after Endgame.
Probably,
after
right.
Endgame.
They just keep getting worse. They keep lowering the bar.
Right.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
But that's going to be the thing is are we actually going to see a really good movie by standards of,
just a good
Endgame,
movie.
High bar that we had?
We don't even need.
Or just like
Winter
phase
Soldier.
one.
Like Winter
phase
Soldier.
One, phase
I want a
two,
Winter
phase
Soldier
3.
quality movie.
Are we
I want a Thor
that?
2 just quality movie.
That's not, you're not wrong.
I wouldn't.
Fair enough.
I would too. I would too.
Thor 2 is not that
You're
bad.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
I said what I said.
That's
going up
lowering the bar.
I'm going up a little bit from that.
No, you
Captain
haven't. You have the lowest bar of all of us. Your bar drags on the ground.
Well, that's true. But I'm saying I expect it to be higher.
That was a weird one.
That was a weird one for me to say that it's true. My bar is dragging on the ground.
Statement.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, there's some rough.
It's not even that bad. It's just you just took it there.
Yeah, I had to.
Like it wasn't even in the car. You're just like, I'm gonna drive this there. Like
whatever.
Right off.
Get in the car. We're going.
Right off the cliff. Take off your seatbelts, kids.
Yeah. I full send, dude.
How about
I don't give a rip.
How about
don't give one rip.
How about the
I'm not the one
who... If I wanted to raise a bunch of wussies, I would have named them Dr. Quinn and Medicine Woman.
I'm the one who got outvoted to make this a family-friendly channel.
How about...
There was 2 votes at that time.
I got outvoted.
How did you get outvoted?
It happened.
No, you were on board with it. Stop it. You had 3 children at the time.
You just popped 2 more out and just lost all of your standards.
You're just like,
whatever, they can hear whatever.
I had another child about a month ago. That's how I announced it.
What do you guys think?
About a month ago, another child. There's 5.
Earlier.
I didn't announce it earlier. You were off camera.
You had said on one of the podcasts that you were we talked about Strider being the name.
Right. Yeah.
So that's announcing. And we didn't announce that he was actually here.
You have too much limelight, Logan.
That's fair.
Anyway, what do you guys think about the Marvel
face and yelling,
the Marvel Superman entering the biz Sentry?
I think it's bad timing, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. They've essentially confirmed it. We
for
saw
what though?
For Thunderbolts. We saw his symbol in the Thunderbolts trailer, and what's
do
his
we
name?
know who's playing it?
Yeah, was it Bill Pullman?
Yeah,
Bill Pullman.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think it's Bill Pullman.
Bill Pullman is playing him?
I believe so. Yeah.
Isn't Bill Pullman like 1,000 years old at this point?
No, Bill Pullman's like 30.
No.
Yes.
No.
Lewis Pullman.
Lewis Pullman.
Bill Pullman.
Lewis Pullman
is the president of the United States in
I don't think that's right.
Independence Day.
Independence Day. You're right. Is Lewis Pullman his son?
That's a good question.
His brother.
No, Lewis Pullman's like my age.
Again, guys, this man, Bill Pullman.
If he was the president,
I hate AI.
65 years old.
Lewis Pullman. Anyway, Lewis Pullman is playing.
Okay.
He has confirmed that his character's name is Bob, and in the comics, Sentry's name is Robert Reynolds, and who goes by Bob.
Yeah.
All the Avengers call him Bob, so he calls himself Bob. There's also, if you saw the trailer, if you guys saw the trailer, it's on YouTube. There is some pretty heavy evidence that they're using the comic accurate origin story of Sentry, which is one of the most hilarious origin stories ever. Robert Reynolds in the comics is a drug addict, and he stumbles his way into a government facility trying to find drugs to take.
Yeah.
And he takes some, and they happen to be a version of the super soldier serum, and it reacts with his genes, and he becomes the Sentry.
Yeah.
Cleans him,
Sentry
cleans him
is
up,
basically like
he's Superman. He's Superman. He's blonde.
And so I would love the switch to go over to the real Superman.
Wait, to get Henry Cavill in here as now? Originally, there was rumor that it was Stephen Ewan was playing Sentry, but he got a conflict of not of interest of schedules pushed him out. So Lewis Pullman is now, but they've kind of confirmed that he's going to be in here as Bob. We saw him get shot with a lot of bullets in the trailer and not die. So
hi, Bob.
Isn't he Bob in Top Gun Maverick too?
Maybe. I don't know. Look up his IMDb. But yeah, both these movies seem very boots on the ground, and we need that. We need to get away from all the crazy.
He's Bob. He's Bob in Top Gun too.
He likes playing a Bob character.
Sentry. Sentry's not a boots on the ground character.
But 100%. He is the only. Well, but all the Suicide Squad.
All of the
Thunderbolts
today.
Well, the Thunderbolts are essentially Marvel's Suicide Squad.
In a way,
they're all really low powered.
Yeah,
except for Red Guardian and Winter Soldier are the strongest.
Bucky's not.
Yeah, Red Guardian and Winter Soldier are both super soldier serum.
Right.
So they're strong. But they're and Ghost can phase in and out. But they're not like galactic heroes. They're not going to space and it is
Bill's
dead. Bill's dead. There you go.
There you go.
He's dead 70. I don't really know.
I told
he will always be the age of Independence Day.
Yeah. And he will always be the president of the United States.
At least I got the right family.
Frankly, he's the one we need right now.
Pretty much.
Bring us together.
Against
the aliens.
Against the aliens.
Yeah. We are not political.
If the aliens come.
Easy.
If aliens,
I know where you live, and it's like
at all.
If aliens come,
we're talking about space aliens.
I want
space.
If space aliens come
and eyeballs,
I want Bill Pullman
just to drop kick the current president out of the. You're out, dude. I'm in.
Maybe there is a article in our Constitution.
Absolutely, it was written in '97.
If space aliens show up, Bill Pullman is president automatically.
Do you still want Will Smith?
No.
Anyone could take that place.
He would slap an alien though.
If they talked about his wife.
If they talked about his wife.
It's true. So maybe
we would need to get the aliens to talk about his wife.
Then we're safe.
Then we're fine.
Well, thank you guys for coming back with us down the road of talking about comics and stuff.
Down the rabbit hole.
We're happy to be back.
We're happy. Yeah. We are happy to be back. It's a good thing. And even if we're tired and maybe kind of disconnected, we love you guys.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time with the Legion of Comic Correction.